All right, I think
Hey.
we are live on
Yeah.
Facebook. Welcome everybody to today's special guest, Joy Buffalini, who is with us to speak into messaging for your
Hope we got a little echo going.
we
One of us
do
might have Facebook open elsewhere. One of us might have Facebook open elsewhere. All right, let's see. If we're good. All right, let's see. Or it could be on a phone that we're echoing. Oh wait, I think it stopped. Or it could be on a phone. No, it's still doing. Wait, I think it stopped. It could be on a phone.
all right, is that better?
Let's see if there's an echo.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love it. Was like
Stop.
the universe was like, you all like really need to hear this. So we're gonna like double it up so that you hear everything that we say.
That was really funny. There was definitely a message in that. And then it stopped. We can go.
That was hilarious. So welcome everybody. This is Joy Buffalini, and today we are getting together to speak on the very, very important topic about messaging for your mission. As you all know, I have spoken about my own messaging journey and the woman who helped me transform all of it. This is her. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you so much, Amanda. It's such a pleasure to have this conversation and to help other women see that there's such, honestly, a simple opportunity here. I call it like a little hinge that swings a big door here of you stepping fully into your mission and serving the clients that you're meant to serve. But sometimes there's some gaps, there's some missing pieces, there's some things that aren't quite connecting, that when you connect those, and today we're talking about messaging, that you can really get the attention of the people who you were meant to serve, right? And the message that you're sharing so resonates for them that they're like, that's exactly what I need. I need that you become that, have to hire. And it's been so neat to see this happen for you, Amanda, having been my client and, building that 6-figure business after, same as my story, years of like not making much money, of being able to really master this process. It makes such a difference for not just business money clients, but for you being in your mission, which has been so beautiful for you to see for you.
Thank you. Yes. And I was just there going over onto Facebook to make sure that we are public, and we are.
Okay, good.
I know that everyone's going to be really excited and typing in the comments. So I'll keep an eye on that for you. Yes, it was an interesting journey because, and this happens with so many of the women that I serve as well, is we have our expertise. Like there's not a problem with the expertise. The universe path, that mission is known. It's just, but how do you let other people know?
Exactly. And, you're so close to it. It's you being you, as a channel, it's you being you. Like you just know how to work your magic. Just like it's literally a gift. I mean, in your world, especially, it is a God-given gift that you have. But how, do you translate that so people actually know? And this is for all of you, whatever type of work that you do. You don't even have to be a coach for this to be true. Any type of service-based, business owner. People can't see what goes on in your coaching sessions, the aha moments that your clients have, the actual, journey that you're taking them through. It's like, we think that maybe people can read our minds. Like if we just show up and put some content out there, that people will want to hire us. Well, the challenge is that there's a lot of noise online. There's a lot of people with a lot of information and a lot of content, and the person you're meant to work with might just not yet see you as that have to hire, because your messaging, both practically And it is a frequency alignment thing too. Like you owning it and you expressing it and you being authentically you. There are layers to it. It's more than just the nuts and bolts of what makes good messaging.
Yes, absolutely. And allowing
Mhm.
that confidence to claim,
Yeah.
like within yourself, yes,
Yes.
yes, all my clients do, or customers get this thing, and
Yeah.
I can talk about it. It's
Right.
okay for me to talk about it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And it is somewhat about like building up that sense of, I'm not even going to call it confidence. I'm going to say like healthy self-respect and self-esteem and really knowing the work you do. And when we were working together, Amanda, you were shifting to, bigger packages and, who you serve and really getting clear on that. And we sort of kind of co-created the idea of like, Amanda, how about you give me a session? And I was able to be kind of blown away, like, oh my goodness, the shifts and the use value to me, like I never would have guessed. Like I kind of knew I knew the work you did in a technical, I've, worked with a channeler or guide or, whatever you want to call it, before, I had a session before, but it wasn't until like, oh, I have the experience of this, like, whoa. And actually we used my personal experience to bring into your copy of like the value to me. And this is, so important because, you're too close to your stuff until like you really learn how to own it. And, there's a process, and same with me. Like I've had coaches and mentors self-reflect to me. Like for instance, I had different, brand names over the years. And it was back in 2018, I was working with a mentor and she was helping me with, like really what is my thing and what's my differentiator. And I built this little course, and I don't even do courses anymore, but at the time I built a course and the name kind of landed of Simplify to Multiply. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, because this is about keeping it simple. And she's like, no, wait, Joy, that's your thing. Like that's actually your genius in how you help clients get results. You're taking the complex and making it simple and step by step. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I am in every area of my life. Like that's my superpower that I bring to the table as a former math teacher. Like I like to make the things that are complex and simple and understandable and concrete and actionable and all of that. So I couldn't see it. I was sort of what you call an unconscious competent, right? I was serving clients. I already had a multi-six-figure business and I still had not completely landed my messaging that I knew, exactly what it was. Now, here's the cool thing. It's a process, not a one-time event. But over time, you'll find like, this is my thing. And you'll really, that's when you get the registered trademark and, all that kind of stuff. But I was reviewing some content from 2019 from when I had a live event, and I'm considering doing that again. And I'm looking at what I shared. I'm like, I'm saying the same thing now, 4 years later, 3 years later, almost 4 years later. I'm saying the same thing now, and it's obviously I've grown and evolved, but it's like, once you really kind of find your thing and the principles, even as you grow and evolve, your business can be sustainable for the long term. That's the exciting thing.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually recently had a woman message me, and she asked, where was it that you learned this, like your copy and your marketing? I'm like, it is still the same thing, but on repeat in a deeper version as I
Yeah.
grow from the
Yeah.
simplify to multiply method. It's not different. Like I
Exactly.
wasn't like, oh, that worked then, but I'm going to go on
Now I'm
to
going
this
to go do
other
this other
thing.
thing. Right.
It's still the same thing. I'm just at
Yeah.
a different place on the journey.
Absolutely. And I know, the women watching this, have this deep heart desire to be serving and to be fully in their gifts and to be making great money at the same time. Except the problem is sometimes we end up chasing all kind of random strategies and really miss this golden opportunity of like, if you're putting out content already, on social media or you're sending out emails, why not make that be the lever that gets clients reaching out to you, rather than going and building a funnel or running ads or, trying to go to a bunch of, networking groups or, depending on referrals or things like that. Like you really have an opportunity right in front of you, even if your audience is small. I have clients who have six-figure businesses, who have an email list of 300 people. and a Facebook group maybe of the same. And especially if you choose to focus mainly on higher ticket offers, which is another thing that my clients do, and really learn to own the value that they bring to their clients, and their clients get great value, high integrity. You can really grow much quicker without doing all the doodads and all the tech and all of the complicated stuff.
And I love we haven't really mentioned it yet, but it's one of these like unforeseen positive things that happen is you end up with, or at least I have, and I've seen other women that I've graduated Bold Vision Circle with, we
Yes.
end up with more time, right?
Oh, yes.
That's wonderful. But it's like during that time, because we can just, it's like letting your hair down, being of highest service to the customers and clients. And then it's like what you offer deepens then because you have that extra time and you're relaxed and you're like going with the river, not against it. And so
You're
all of these
so
things.
right. Absolutely. And it's and every month too, I can think of two clients, at going deeper in this work now, that have simplified their business model. They're making great money, and they're like, there's kind of a vacuum. Shouldn't I be doing more? Or like, I'm done at 2:00 today. Am I allowed to do this? Like really getting used to releasing things that are not serving them and are just busy work and aren't bringing them their soul aligned clients, and really that simplicity and that focus. Like, I love how you frame that. Not only is it like, yay, I'm not working as hard and working as much, but it allows you to take care of yourself and to, really be present more, and which helps you deepen the work you do. And when you're working with your clients, you're more refreshed, you're more energized, you're serving them better too, because you're not exhausted, because, you've got marketing is a full-time job, because you're doing so many different things.
Right. And I love how you point out there how it's like you are like, no, I will only be of fullest service. And it's this, then another positive accidental, this standard raises in your own, like your business and your personal life. And you're like, well, I only expect the same from other people then, because it is doable.
Yes, absolutely. And, just to see your journey over the last year of just health and vitality. And now Amanda's on my team now. So she serves my higher level clients and giving them an insight from the universe as well. And just to see like the use value to them has been huge, and just for them to be able to, because you've gone through this process and owned your gifts and, know how to communicate how you work and the value of that work and everything, it allows other people to see it more easily as well and benefit from it. Of course.
Yeah, appreciate
Absolutely. And something else I wanted to mention is that there is an opportunity for you to dive in deeper on this coming up. Every couple months I run a workshop series, and the teacher in me loves to do this. And this is a free workshop. And it's called Master Your Messaging for Consistent High-End Clients. And as I love to do, I'm going to be teaching this step by step and 30 minutes a day, no fluff videos. It starts next week on Monday, the 18th. It's coming up fast. I'm really excited for the
Oh my gosh, that is next week.
I know. So we are ready to go. I've got all of my content ready to go on Monday. Really excited about it. And each day after the video, there's going to be a short follow-up exercise. We call it yes work because it's going to draw in your yes client, which is my term for ideal client. It's like more fun term. Anyway, your soul aligned yes client is in your world right now, or a degree or two away. And the things that we're going to be doing in the workshop series, step by step by step. And by Thursday, you're going to have an exercise that will bring you some new leads. Almost everybody who does this exercise gets some new leads. And often before we even complete the workshop, closes some sales and some new clients. Like, I totally want them to see what's possible. So we're going to do some inner work, and then we're going to do some things that will be facing towards your audience, super practical and valuable.
I love how you mentioned and you will have leads by Thursday, because when you and I,
Mhm.
right before we officially started working together, I
Yeah,
believe it was like I came to just a couple of these complimentary sessions. And then I think it was within a month, I was like, oh my gosh, the investment's there for me to jump in with Joy even
absolutely.
deeper.
That's great. Yeah. So that's what I want is like for this content to really give you that aha, like, oh, wait, there's something here to really pay attention to, that suddenly the momentum picks up so much faster. I had a client that came into my Quantum Leap program, and that's the main one that most of my clients come into. Then they often move up to Bold Vision Circle, or some clients who are already at six figures come in there. And she came in at the beginning of March, and she had 3 new high-end clients by the end of March, like after 3 months of like zilch, nothing. So in a very short period of time, like she just dove right into the process. We have copy coaches, and we're going to have copy coaches in the workshop too. It's just going to be a tip of the iceberg of what we do in my programs, but you're actually going to get some real time personalized feedback when you do the exercises and submit them in the group. So that's going to really be super valuable for you too, like somebody else's eyes on it for you to help you see like how you can fine tune your genius and articulate it even better.
Yes. And I know Joy's copy coaches, not just because I'm on the team, but because I worked with several of them when I was in Bold Vision Circle. So I can tell you that they are just as on par with Joy and the Simplified and Multiplied method, having been on the receiving end from them. They're amazing.
Absolutely. And just like very supportive and encouraging. And, sometimes this can be a very vulnerable thing, when you're writing content and you're putting it out there, and Amanda, I love seeing how like you're just like totally like uncensored now and like just 100% like this is me and this is, like it's a process. You couldn't have done that, a year or two ago, like to really be that like just here's the truth I need to say today. And this is what my people need to hear. It's a process.
And it is intimidating because it is like full frontal nudity of my gifts through copy. And none of us can just jump right into that, right?
Totally. Absolutely. So feeling that like support and, other people doing the same thing and like, hey, put it out there. One of my, another Quantum Leap client yesterday, she got feedback on a piece of content from a copy coach. And she had been like, like it really does like push you a little bit like out of your comfort zone. And she wrote something yesterday. The copy coach said like, you knocked it out of the park, post it, this is great, like you don't need to make it. She felt such like a sense of accomplishment, like I think I've got my momentum on this now, so it's and then you especially know when you've got your momentum on it, this is the biggest marker, not putting 50 posts a month out there. The true marker of is it working is, are you getting more leads? Are you getting more leads that convert to sales? Those soul aligned clients that you are meant to serve. And here's the one other cool thing I want to say is that whenever your messaging is really on par and it's like really who you are, guess what kind of clients come in? Perfect fit clients.
Yes. The ones that you like so adore, looking forward to their emails, their sessions, their Voxer messages. And I think that's one of the reasons, other than the copy, because I know you have, what is it, a 59% conversion rate? Is that the last
Yeah, with people that
about?
reach out, because they just know who I am and what I do from my copy, that if they reach out, there's a good chance they're going to come and join a program, which is great. Or if they don't, that's fine too.
Exactly. And my conversion rate went to between tossles, like between 50 and 60 from the copy that I learned. And
That's amazing.
yes, and they're the perfectly aligned client because they come in, they know their doodads, they'll lean in, even if it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
then you see those shifts, right? And me as the client
Exactly.
have felt the shifts.
Absolutely, absolutely. And really, not too many people talk about this, but it's like the selling process actually starts with your content. And this doesn't mean your content is salesy at all. It means it's speaking to their heart. It's speaking to their desires. It's speaking to the transformation or, what they've struggled with and why you're speaking to like the root cause of maybe a challenge they're having or how, your unique methodology helps them get to the results that they want. So you can get copy that sells without it ever being salesy. Like we tend to think of like launch emails and, maybe things like that are just like sell, 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 sell. No, actually like your copy can sell, bring people that are mostly like ready to hit the go button because you're speaking to their heart. You really understand them and they feel seen and heard and understood.
And I know I literally just posted about this. I know you're like this, where when my client has a customer or client come in, it's just like, I know exactly how their business is going to change. I know exactly how they're going to grow and expand. And it's like, so sorry, I'm getting all teared up. It's like the celebration of them. And I know you, and that was part of what I learned from you was like, oh my gosh, like it is, right? We talk about messaging and sales, but it is just such a bigger
Yes, it is.
concept and
It
how it
is.
affects people.
Is. And it's just like, women fully becoming self-actualized and the ripple effects that go out into the world because of one woman, fully steps into her gifts and, just it is a success in what she does, and however you define success, it's how she defines it that matters the most, of just feeling like, yes, I'm doing the work I'm meant to do in the world and I'm serving people, because if you don't have sales, you don't have clients. And that doesn't feel good if you're not serving, if you're not being in your gifts, if you don't have those clients. It's so much more than just like, yeah, you have a business and you need to make money, you have expenses and you need to pay yourself and all of that. But it's so much more about like those soul aligned clients. They can be in your world, they can be on your calendar in the next few weeks, when you really start to fine tune these principles. So definitely join me next week in the workshop series. I know Amanda will be there too, cheering you on. For those of you that join, use her link in the comments here, to join. And Amanda, any final words you want to say here as we wrap up?
Thank you so much for coming and sharing your brilliance, Joy, and your wonderful
Always love
energy.
Always love to chat. And Amanda and I actually just got to meet in person the first time whenever I had the team retreat in February. So Amanda, I still have your strawberry chat. So you come back to claim it.
Yes.
Yeah, Amanda is wonderful. Like just so authentic and beautiful person. I'm so grateful to have you on the team and for sharing about the workshop, with your people as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
Wonderful. All right.
Sending you all so much love. We'll speak again
Yeah,
soon. And I will keep a look on the comments to see if anyone has any
great.
questions
Sounds
on
good.
replay. So
Yeah.
friends, absolutely leave those.
Good.
Until
Great.
next
Sounds
time.
good. Thank you. Bye-bye.